the comment section, Rita has given us one of the excuses that people give. They say, this is down to your own faith, it's your belief, but it doesn't relate to me. And this is a common excuse that people have. They say, spirituality, I don't follow spirituality and faith, I follow science and fact. I need experiments, I need evidence, I need empirical backup. I'm not a simple-hearted person who can just put faith in a book and then lead my life according to that. I need some hard evidence, and then I can put my heart into something. In the 7th chapter, Krishna reveals to Arjuna that this Bhagavad Gita is not a religion. This Bhagavad Gita is actually a spiritual science. And in the very first verse of the 7th chapter, entitled Knowledge of the Absolute, Krishna says to Arjuna, Maya Shaktamana Partha Yogam Yunjan Madashraya Yatha Gyasasita Chrunu Ashamshayam Mahabaho Yatha Gyasasita Chrunu. Krishna says to Arjuna, now hear. If you hear closely, then you can know me in full, free from doubt. The Bhagavad Gita is a spiritual science that has no holes. H-O-L-E-S. This is the process of the Bhagavad Gita. H stands for hear. O stands for observe. L stands for live. E stands for experience. And S stands for share. When you hear the Bhagavad Gita, the second thing that happens is that you can look at the world, observe the world, and see how everything the Bhagavad Gita is saying tallies with reality. Once you've heard and you've observed, then the third thing you can do is live it. And when you live the words of the Bhagavad Gita and you apply the teachings in your day-to-day functioning, then you experience the Bhagavad Gita as a reality. You experience Krishna. And then when you experience Krishna, the natural result is S. You want to share that with as many people as possible. The Bhagavad Gita is not like a traditional religion. A religion begins with faith and it ends in faith because people don't always apply the teachings. The Bhagavad Gita begins with faith, but when we apply the teachings and we actually perform the spiritual experiment which Krishna is offering us in the pages of the Bhagavad Gita, then we end with an actual experience, an observation, an actual realization of the spiritual reality. And therefore, someone who says that they want science, we invite them to come and perform the most profound scientific experiment in the entire universe, which is the spiritual experiment to find your own self. The Bhagavad Gita is not any less scientific than the science that we see in the world. When you see science in the world, you may want to take a little closer look because it may not be as scientific as you think it to be. In science, there is still so much underlying faith, often in claims which are unsubstantiated. In science, there is often irrational stubbornness, even when evidence arises which contradicts modern scientific theory. That evidence is sidelined and put out of public view. In science, there is artificial hype, claims that we have discovered and understood and disseminated reality far beyond what we have actually done. And therefore, if you take a closer look, then you'll see that science is not actually as factual as you may think it is. And spirituality is not as faith-based as you may think it to be. But actually, when you apply the same level of scrutiny to science and spirituality, then you'll see that it's somewhat of a level playing field. And what Krishna does in the 7th chapter of the Gita is he brings together spirituality and science, and he uses a very interesting word. He says to Arjun, Asamsayam Mahabaho. O Arjun, you can know me, asamsayam, free from any doubt whatsoever. So if you want to be a scientist, Krishna invites you to become a spiritual scientist and discover the most profound truths in the entire creation.